All right, all right. What's up, everybody? I had to get a few things straight. I see a few of you all was waiting for us to talk about it. This episode I think was a little better. I'm talking about Power Book 2 Ghost episode 3. This is a first reaction breakdown, and so go over a few of the points of the episode, chop it up. I think the Tejadas is probably the best part of the show so far. We're going to see Tariq start to get involved with them a little more. And I'm wondering how that's going to work out. They already don't trust him. I'm wondering why they even giving him a shot. We'll see. But how that all work out. All right, I see you all and came in here. Let me get these. What's up, Devin Johnson? What's good? What's good? What do y'all think of the Tejadas so far? Let me get to this. All right, there we go. Yeah. Let's see. Let me get to some of these. This thing ain't loaded up. Support gaming. What's up? What's up? You watching it right now? Yeah, it's all right. It's pretty good. Terrence Walton, what's good? What's good, man? Cedric, I'm doing all right. I'm good, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a solid episode. It was much better than the last episode. That's for sure. DJ Royalism, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Now, this episode, it first start off with Kane going around collecting money or whatever. And so we see he going around to different spots collecting money, doing whatever. And then we see they gonna have some type of Instagram beef with these other crew that work for them. They ain't really a beef, but they mad, they running their mouth flashy and all of this stuff on social media, basically running, you illegal, but they want to act like they rappers or something. But anyway, it ain't a good look. Now we see Tasha and she talking about when she talking in with Davis about how Terry loved her, this or that. And they saying they don't buy what she's saying. So she say, well, put me on the stand. And we see basically that was going to backfire. And when she got on the stand, like before she did, Davis attorney that worked with him, she's saying this is a bad move. And he say, yeah, but Sachs and them, they don't know. So he basically trying to use it as a bluff. But we see that later on in the episode, she wasn't ready. Of course, Tariq always late for everything. This wasn't no exception. He actually finished the book finally for the first time. I don't know how he got enough time to do all this, but the teacher and him go back and forth, kind of bust him out. And it was just like, it seemed like dude keep coming after him. Tariq, he trying to win or whatever and say the right things. At first he kind of was giving a little backlash, but when somebody say, Lauren, you got to learn how to play the game. And she basically say she trying to help. We see Tasha finally give that morning after pill to that other inmate, which I said she was probably using for some type of collateral, because she say, I see you know how to move around in here. And we see she basically need friends. And so while she trying to use the morning after pill as a way to need friends, we see it was this guard videotaping the whole thing from like a distance and taking pictures. And then we see later that guard worked with the Tejada dude. And he got some real pull because he got guards working for him, all kind of stuff going on inside the pen. I mean, I don't know how he could have slipped under the radar without anybody knowing about him. But anyway, it's a lot of people that do stuff. We see that Big Draws still got her eye on Tasha. She still want a piece of Tasha. She ain't like how Tasha was making friends with the girl that needed the morning after pill. She ain't like that. She moving in on her territory. And we see that Tejada, he using all his pool and stuff. And so when he calling with Monet, he basically know how things is ran. He telling her, hey, I want Drew to handle talking to those dudes down on the Instagram because dude father took a bullet for me, whatever the case. So she don't listen, and she seeing Kane to go behind him as backup. And Kane is unpredictable. And so while they go, we see that Zeke, he's got papers due. He putting Tariq through all kind of mess. Tariq trying to do the homework of two people in a difficult school at that, and still trying to make money. I don't know how he has time to sleep, but he got to write two papers. Zeke to just not even trying to do any of his own work. And Tariq finally said, hey, you need to do some of your own work, and I need a favor. But that happened later in the episode, And yeah, I think that guard is a stud. She wanted to get a little piece of that Tasha, straight up. But Zeke, Monet want him to keep school life separate. So she basically said, Zeke basically was telling Tariq, she don't want me bring you around no more. And so, Tariq hurt, but he trying to figure out some other way back in. Then we see Tasha getting picked up, taken to court at the last minute. So she like, what is this? I didn't know. Blase, whatever. And so next thing you know, she in this room. She got makeup on. They brought the wig back, y'all. They brought the wig. They moved it all the way up. Try to cover all that up. Put the makeup on. Next thing you know, she back. You know what I'm saying? Got a new lace front. And so she in court. And Davis, she like, what is this? And they say, well, it's a mock jury trial. You say you ready to go on the stand. We'll see how this works, and we'll test it out. And so she thinking, well, this ain't no need for this. I know what I'm doing, as if she the perfect little liar. And so meanwhile, we see Tariq end up being with Braden, and this dude done stole a prescription pad from a doctor's office, which is a felony. But anyway, I don't know why he needs to do all of this when his family has so much money building all the buildings on campus, but he can't come up with $1,000, $2,000. He needs to get money with Tariq. He should be looking at the money Tariq is making and be like, dude, why don't I just have my parents cut you a check for 20 G's for your lawyer? I mean, that's what he should have did. But instead, he broke too. He need to make money too. I don't understand that. But anyway, you see, he talking about his sister had Adderall script for years, so he know how to write scripts and everything. I mean, what does he need Tariq for? He got the connections. He got the capital connections. He got the script. He know how to do it. What do he need him for? He got the... Anyway, I guess he need to feel cool about having a black friend. But anyway, so they asked her, why she had Tommy go ahead and shoot Tariq. I mean, Tariq. We should have had her ask Tommy to shoot Tariq. That's what we should have had. But it's like, why you ain't asked Tommy to shoot Ghost? He called the shots for you. And so she started talking about the story about how Ghost and her, how Ghost knew that she was the one, a ride or die, because he said, and this is the real story that she told in like season 1 of Power, that while she was riding and they got pulled over and Ghost said, hey, it's a gun in the glove box. And she said she just went and grabbed it and hid it. And he said that's when he knew he could trust her. The way she told it is that he said it's a gun in the car, made her hide it because he knew she wouldn't get searched. She was scared, this, that, and the other. So She tried to make it look like she had no choice. He was evil, hurtful dude, and that's all she could do. So we see that she basically tried to say that James did everything. He the reason behind everything. She was completely innocent. Then later we see that while they talking with Monet, Diana and them walking, and she's saying she want to go back to college and that she want to play basketball. And Monet is talking about that don't help the family, and playing ball is only 75 to 80 grand, but that's not all the way accurate because they do make seven figures overseas. But in the US, they don't make that much. But that's why they all play overseas during the summers. But anyway, she didn't want Diana to go back to school. She want Diana to take over and run a little criminal family organization. And Diana don't want nothing to do with that. Now we see that Tariq have the stripper girl come back, and she come with a little outfit on with some white dude and cuff him up, and we don't know what that was really about until later we see Tariq was basically putting cuffs on the competition so they could sell all of their supply without nobody else competition. And she said, that this when Zeke was it was this crazy part where this dude looked like 100 pounds soaking wet, but he was this white dude on the basketball team, and he talking all this smack to Zeke about how he a better baller, that how he's scoring all these points. This dude can't even play on the high school team I went to high school with. But anyway, he was getting under Zeke's skin, talking about Zeke grades or when he gonna be able to play. And so we see, Zeke got a little clash with some of his teammates. And when Monet saw Tariq there when she was with Diana, she kind of gave him the cold shoulder, and so he didn't know what was going on. And we see that the coach knew who she was and was like kind of spooked a little bit, like, surprised you here. And she like, I never miss his games. And he like, let me talk to you. And so he basically said Zeke grades not coming up fast enough, which she should have been like, all right, we need to get him another tutor, a different tutor, or whatever the case, if that's the case. But anyway, they kept it going. And so we see that while she was talking with the coach, that Tariq was talking with Diana the whole time, and she kind of peeped that. So I think that she kind of know that Tariq kind of got feelings for her, and she don't like that, because we later saw in that episode that she don't allow Diana to date, and so that's kind of crazy. But anyway, we see that they go and meet up with the dudes that's been putting stuff on Instagram or whatever, and dude getting a bunch of booger sugar. He high as hell and tripping, and so he like, he could barely talk. The girl got to finish his sentences for him. He don't know what he talking about, and it's just like they worry. They start arguing or whatever. He telling dude to be cool on the pictures or whatever. Dude go ahead and kind of front him off, talk about Monet ain't had no D in 10 years, this, that, and the other. And he basically was putting him on camera, and he tried to knock it down, Drew. And then that's when came out right before Drew was about to pull a gun. And then they left. Dude got spooked. Then Kane went and shot the place up. And it was a lot of noise. They leave out, and then the cops is there, and then the old boy, the cop that's been with Monet, happened to be there, and he kind of helped cover because they was about to kill a cop. I mean, it was pretty ugly right there. Kane would kill anybody, straight up. Yeah, he was on that booger sugar. Yeah, on Twitch. You love that. They was just sniffing a little bit of the devil's dandruff right there. It was making them go crazy. But they was able to get the hell up out of there. And we see that dude, even though he was talking crazy to Drew, once Kane showed up, he that was all over with. It wasn't no more crazy talk. And the police, that police officer was about to get his head blown off by Kane in that alley. Kane, man, we see he dirty. I was saying in the other videos, people saying, man, he ain't like Kanan or this or that. But that's why I say, in the way he is, in the sense that he just killed with no remorse. It's just like taking out the garbage. It was nothing. And dude, that's something. And even Tejada said later when he was in prison, with Mary J having a little conjugal visit, he was marinating that sandwich. When they was talking, he said Kane too unpredictable, which is true. He is unpredictable. And so you never know. He wants Drew to run the business. And he said you should let, Diana go to school. And she don't like his plans like that. And so we'll see. And so later we see that Zeke was in the press conference, and while he in there, the coach is a little mad or whatever about what he said. They asked him about what he think about the white boy saying all the stuff he say, and he like, I'm glad he keep his seat warm. So the coach didn't like that. Monet, the only one, clapped, and then the cops, he come and show Monet the video of what was going on, and then tell her, hey, we was over there because them dudes been making all these posts on Instagram and they too loud. And so she say, start kissing or whatever. And then she talking about the protection or whatever. And so we see later that Tariq getting money back at the dorm room. And so while he getting money, we see that it's all because he kept that connect at that party, and they was able to rake in the dough. Now we cut back later to Tasha back on the stand, but this time was the good time, because this time she was cross-examined by Old Earth, and she wasn't playing. And they had a good strategy in that she knew the case. She knew what Saxe would do, and it would probably be the closest thing maybe to what she would go through. And Tasha was busted. She ain't know what to say. She was breaking down. Old Earth told her a new one, boy. Tasha was going to jail. And when it was all over, she basically had them saying that Tommy take orders from her, and had Terry killed, had Ghost killed. She ran the organization, all the finances, and all 12 jurors found her guilty. So she basically was screwed. And after that, she realized that she in trouble, and the jury trial ain't gonna work. And so, then even another thing she pointed out is she tried to say that Ghost killed Terry Silver out of jealousy. And then she busted that. Man, she did a good job. She like, wait a minute. So you telling me that James killed Terry Silver out of jealousy when we know he was Angela's man by then? Natasha, no. Oops. I mean, it was common knowledge, obvious. It was in the public, for the most part. And who would believe after all that time that he wanted to do something like that for her when he was trying to leave her? So yeah, she is screwed. And so she like, yeah, he wasn't in love with you. Tasha, she ain't had nothing to do, about to cry and everything, and yeah, it don't look good for her. And that's when they told her, hey, unless you tell the truth, this what you about to be wearing, this orange jumpsuit, this onesie. All right, you screwed. And so, I mean, what could she do? She can't tell them that Tariq did it. I mean, they couldn't say anything because of the confidentiality, but what that would just make it really crazy. But they said Tamika told them that they should go and beg Saxe for another plea deal because Saxe know all this stuff and he ain't stupid. And then Davis asked her to join the team, and she pretty much was like, yeah, he like, it could be a black dream team. She like, nah, I'm good, and make sure my check is in the mail. And so we know he did point out one point though, they knew that Sachs hired her recently for some legal trouble. And so she didn't tell them anything, but, you know, it didn't look good for him. And so Method Man assistant, she been wanting to drop Tasha for a minute. She think this is a bad case. And Meth, Davis, he talking about some, now it's time to double down. I don't know about that. I mean, why would you double down? There's no proof. There's nothing going your way. She not helping the situation. They don't have any money, but we'll see. So then we see that Tejada had his little conjugal visit. And, it was fun for him, I'm sure. I don't get a little brown sugar. Come here, Marie Congy. Come here, Monet. And so he do got a good point. He said, I don't like the rage you run in it. But he do got a better vision of understanding that Kane is too unpredictable. Now, Drew, maybe not as all the way to the one end as Kane, but he ain't ready to really handle the streets like that either. And he was right. Let the girl go to college. Monet is wrong for keeping that girl from going to college and forcing her into the life and the family, this and that. She should let her go to school. And Monet got mad when he said that. And so later we see Tariq. He end up getting like an incomplete, on his paper. And so he went to talk to his teacher. Teacher kind of dropped a little game on him to be authentic, be yourself. Don't write what you think somebody want to hear. Write what you want to say. And then we see later that teacher was something else. He had a grad student come through and he was trying to turn her away. But then when he heard the Carrie come in next to him in the door, then he realized he could have a chance to make her jealous. And so he ended up flipping the script and going ahead and getting with his young grad student. And she, of course, had to be next door and hear it for a little bit. And then she left. And she already got some type of sex addiction. And he wrote that book based on her and his relationship. So, yeah, that was something right there. And it was just pretty crazy what was going on. And she had to leave. And I don't know, the girl, she really liked his book and was turned on and this and that. And, we'll see what happened in the future. I think he was trying to do that to get to her more than anything. And so, let's see. Let me check on a couple of these comments. You say it was almost a threesome. Hey, I thought she was going to come knock on the door, though. You say Tariq is a hustler just like his dad. No cap. He trying. He got the right motivation. Young, black, and ambitious. His teacher was right, though. We shouldn't have to conform to European status to feel like we are intelligent. Yeah, his teacher was 100% right. And, that's one way that they try to use the system to, in a way they say educate you, but in a way kind of de-educate you because they make you think the way they want you to think instead of being the way you wanted to think. But like Tariq had to say, the teacher said, hey, you care about what he say? And he like, well, I care about my grades. He didn't have the luxury, just him in particular, to get it wrong. He trying to make sure he get these grades so he get money from his inheritance, trying to keep Zeke and him in school. He got so much he trying to do. And I think if he wasn't in that situation, I think he would have been better off. I mean, he did make it to college in 2 years from 5th grade. So we see that when Tariq came home, Zeke was playing games, and that's what he had to snap on his ass, tell him, hey, look, you need to do some of your own work. And not only that, you You gotta this damn air condition make my nose run, y'all. I ain't got no booger sugar problem, but with these lights on, in case people be wondering, I have to have these lights on to have this set up, and so it make me start sweating. You see, I was kept wiping my face earlier, and then I'm sweating. Then I turn the air on, then my nose running and everything. So hey, man, I ain't snipping none of the devil's dandruff. Never, that ain't the issue. But if I'm sweating, then I got to turn the air on. I turn the air on, then my nose run. I turn the air off, then I'm sweating, turn it back. So that's what's going on. Don't think I'm, tweaking over here, y'all. So y'all got to excuse me for that, man. I'm trying to make it. But anyway, he tell him, hey, look, I need a favor. And he basically have him hook him up with meeting with Monet. And when Monet finally do come, then he talked to her, and that's when he show her the bag of money, and then say, hey, I made this, and just a few hours or a few days or whatever, how long it take you to make that. And she don't even know what he doing. She don't even know what he's up to, how he made the money or anything, but it seemed that she may be interested in what he got going on, which is crazy. And they're going to put more at risk than what is needed. And I just think that's a bad move for them. But because they having problems with them other dudes, I think that they're more interested in what's going on with Tariq. And she did run it by the Tejada. And he said, well, what's his weakness? How we know we could trust him? And then that's when Tasha got the phone call at the end saying, hey, he worked for us now. Hey, if you don't do right, Tariq day. So Tasha know it's real. And then before it's over, you can see her calling Tariq saying, hey, you need to get a gun. And so, like, Tasha about to bring him down damn near just to save her. Like, what would be the point of going to jail for his charge if all you're going to do is have him end up dead or in jail anyway? If all he gonna do is end up having to kill or be killed or take penitentiary chances, then what's this? There's no point. I mean, if she gonna take the weight and go to jail, then she should have took it. But now she got him raising money, doing this, doing that, where she know he doing it illegal, and he gonna end up both of their ass in jail. So I don't know. All right, I'm about to get to some of these comments. Let's see. Ray. Hey, it's all good, Jay. Whatever you do is your business. We won't judge you if you on your Tommy Egan. Ha! Nah. I ain't on the Tommy Egan, but I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. DJ Jones, exactly, because Tariq could be a narc, but they're going to take a blind step of faith. Yeah, that don't make any sense. I don't get it. There's no benefit to that. Man, and she got him like, so the thing was Tariq tried to use this as his leverage and point, which I would have came back with this comeback just as soon as he said that. He said, so who gonna help Zeke with his schoolwork if I'm too busy trying to make money for my mom? His next tutor, you're fired. Get your ass out of here. We'll get another tutor. You ain't the only one that could help him with homework. I know you don't think that, do you? You ain't the only one that go help him do his work. You get your ass up out of here. Matter of fact, we'll get two tutors. And you can go. Bye. Then he would have sat there with them lip. Wait a minute. Like, for real. That was weak. So, let's see. Benny, no, she not gonna have him. No, she not. He gonna have his father and him. It's just stages he gotta go through. Yeah. I take it you talking about she not taking penitentiary chances. But he is. He's already selling drugs for her lawyer. So what you mean, no, she not? Even Ghost knew that you taking penitentiary chances. Like, she's supposed to be going to jail, so he don't. But he's doing everything that could land him in jail anyway. So, I mean, I just think that's a bad move. I think she really didn't want to do it. And um, it's showing. She ain't really need to do that, want to do that. Let's see. Wonder how Tariq gonna wiggle his way out of this one. Man, I don't see how he can get. I don't see how he gonna get this amount of money at all. Let's see. This is a great point right here. Braden don't need Tariq. Braden fell in love with the lifestyle, Tommy Jr. Okay, and that's really what it is. But he talking about getting money, doing this, doing that. Like he act like he need the money, but I could see him as thinking that he's cooler because he got a black friend too. But all this try to get money stuff, he would probably look at the money Tariq is getting as like pennies on the dollar. So I don't know. Let's see. Kim B. Braden definitely does not need Tariq. He has the money already. Exactly. He like hustling backwards. This is both two people hustling backwards. Tariq need to now, but at one point he didn't, and he was selling drugs for pennies on the dollar of what he already had, and taking chances and putting his people at risk for no reason. And now Braden is taking chances and stuff for no reason when that same amount of money, I'm sure he could have just hollered at mom and dad about and got, a few thousand. But I don't know. I guess they got to keep it pretty much interesting. Let's see. Braden is why Tariq even has any money. Yeah, that's true, actually, because he the one that stole the prescription pad, wrote the prescriptions, had the connections to sell, knew everything. Tariq shouldn't even have made no money off of that deal, really. The truth be told, Braden would have took most of that money because why would he get the majority of the money? It was Braden's doctor. It was Braden's prescription pad. Braden did everything. So I don't know how Tariq ended up with most of the money. Said Monet never learned sex, chemistry, and acting. Nah, they didn't have the sex scenes too much, but the more that they give Mary to do, then it can be a little harder. She hasn't been acting as long as some of these other people and Meth and all of them, and even the roles that she had, they weren't really a lot of big roles. And so, I'm not saying Mary is a great actress or nothing, but I think this is the biggest role she ever had, and it might be. We'll see what happens in the end, how she pull it off. Let's see. Sachs shouldn't have picked up this case because he can get exposed at any time. Well, I guess you're talking about exposed by Tariq, but he really can't be exposed by Tariq because he could just say he lying. I mean, it's no proof. Tariq has no proof. So how can he, do anything? Like, I don't know why Sachs was even trying to help Tariq in the first place. I would have said, you got to prove it. You got it on tape. If it ain't on tape, it ain't happen. So Mary's scared to show her body. Yeah, I mean, well, no, she wasn't naked in none of the scenes. She did have a shot wearing her brassiere. She had on her brassiere, but other than that, no, she wasn't. She wasn't showing none, no body shots or whatever. Let's see. The Puerto Rico tattoo was 100. I approve, Lorenzo. Yeah. Yeah, Lorenzo right there. He running things in the pen. He got a lot of pull to Tejadas. Let's see. Jamal. Monet be having her kids shook, especially her daughter Diana. Wow. At least Ghost didn't want that kind of life for Tariq. You know what? That's a good point. Ghost was like the exact opposite of Monet, and Monet is like exactly what Tasha wanted to be. Ghost didn't want his kids to have that kind of life or be running drug empires. Like, that's stupid. He would want them to be running a corporate empire or something, or, government. And Tasha thought it was cool to teach her kid the game, even though she didn't know it her damn self. But yeah, that's crazy. I know they probably did that in the writing on purpose to show that contrast. But she don't want her daughter to go to school. Talking about the WNBA, you only make 75 grand a year. How is that gonna help the family? That's her job. That's her life. And they can go overseas and do other things if she wanted to. And if that's all she was happy with making, leave her alone. But whatever. Tamika on Facebook, what's up, sis? It's Young Shy Fly from YouTube. Hey, what's up, Young Shy? Appreciate you stopping through. Let's see. Nellie Mack, yeah, they are complete opposites. And Courtney Kemp does like to do that a lot. And I'm pretty sure she did that on purpose. Let's see. Advice strategy. Does Lorenzo know who Ghost was? At this time, they have not said that he does. I don't know why. I don't know how Monet didn't know who Tariq was or whatever, but everybody may not keep up with the news or whatever the case, and so I don't know. Maybe they was too busy running a drug empire and they didn't know. But I mean, a city like New York, realistically, it's a lot of people that do things and sell drugs, but when you start getting up to the high levels of things, just like in any business, it start to get smaller. And so if he really running things and had the amount of pull and stuff that it seems that he may have had or still has, because he's still running things from the inside, then him and Ghost had to have crossed paths and known each other or something. Although he don't know anything about him because he didn't know about Tasha. He talking about, what about Tariq? Can we trust him? What do we know about him? And then they go ahead and call Tasha and say what they say. So we'll see. Young, black, and ambitious. Tasha is majority of the women men deal with when they intelligent and hustlers. A lot of women don't want to act like they need help or can't follow instructions. Well, I don't know about the hustlers woman. I guess. Cedric 21. There's proof. If they found the gun Dre dropped, rush out the back door and Sachs found it and picked it up and left, or get the shoes and match the dirt with the dirt at Truth to see the timeline match. I mean, not only that, that's a lot of detail, and I'm not saying that don't make sense, but Blanca got punched in the face by dude right after dude got shot. Like, the only problem with it when it comes to Tasha, and that's why she should have listened to Tariq, but Tariq didn't explain it to her. He already had it set up for Dre to take the fall, but she didn't listen. She said she would handle it, and what she ended up doing was setting up Q, and it backfired. So here's the catch. If Dre killed Ghost, why are you setting up Q to help Dre? You love Dre? So you was willing to set up an innocent man for Dre. So that's where the problem come in. Why was she setting dude up? Let's see, I know one thing, Jay, my good brother. Monet is the mother from hell, my man. She is really a terrible mother to her kids. Monet is a female version of Kanan. Yeah, she is horrible. As a parent, I can understand being hard on your kids. Sometimes I'm too hard on my son, and it's not because I'm hard because being mean is you want the best for them and different things and whatever the case. She hard on Diana because she don't want to be a drug dealer. Who does that? Like she hard on her because she want an education. Like why? Like as if selling drugs is the only way to make a decent living as a black woman or whatever man, anything. It's not. So I don't know. That's messed up that she does that to the kids and feel that way. But you know, yeah. Nelly Mack, my brother, how you doing? Monet's tone is the same in every scene. Hey, that's a good point. That much is true. Her voice is the same damn near all the time. Her mannerism, even when she mad, you don't really feel like she was mad at different things. So yeah, she is kind of the same throughout. Yeah, that's funny. Let's see. I wanted to get to Kim B. Monet gonna get killed by one of the kids. What? Come on, Kim B. I don't see that. You think one of her own kids is gonna kill her? Oh no. If that happens, that's not even realistic. Everybody keep killing their parents in the show. I don't want to see that. Let's see. Nelly, it's interesting how Lorenzo chose Drew over Kane. Yeah, he had a different view and was able to see if you run in a business, you need steady predictability. And Kane, with the unpredictable nature, could be in a beef 1 minute in jail, do something crazy at the spur of the moment or anything. And he was saying that Drew was more level headed and be able to keep things going smoother. She look at it as, well, he's soft because he ain't so quick to shoot somebody. But it's just he more calculated. You ain't gonna pull out and shoot and do this and that, and now you all end up in jail. If something happened, I'm sure he gonna probably find a different way to get it done, and we'll see as it go. Let's see. Savannah, Kane will kill anyone. Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't want him to be my friend. You don't know where he could be one day, and you never know. Benny, you think Drew soft? I don't know. As far as Drew, maybe he ain't had the chance to do nothing because Kane always in there stepping up. Let's see, Jamal, any parents in their right mind would want their kids to go to school, get an education, do good in life instead of being a drug dealer or ending up jail or dead. Exactly. I mean, life is crazy enough as it is, and living a lifestyle like that, if you old enough to have kids, then you old enough to know that that ain't the best lifestyle to live. Even if you may make more money, that ain't necessarily mean your life was better. You say Kane is unpredictable. Diane wants nothing to do with the game. Hey, I agree. Um, he wants Drew. It's almost like what happened with Empire and how Lucius wanted Andre. Well, actually, he didn't want Andre at first, but how it would have been better to have wanted Andre at first because he was the business mind instead of the unpredictable, everybody else, the artist. But let's see. Monet needs to show and lead Drew the way his father thinks he can go. Yeah, for real. And I mean, he might be another case that don't want to be involved in the business either. He was talking to Tariq about art. He may have an interest in art and other things, but because he was born into that family, he feels obligated. I want MJB to own this part because she looks the part. I mean, yeah, She looked like she could be a little thug missus. She got the scar on her face now is playing a part in her role. I remember when she first came out, she used to always have her hair covering up that scar. But we'll see. You say you watched it already. Yeah, I already watched it. I live streamed when I watched it on Twitch. And if you want to watch the episode, you can go on Twitch at Jaymoorereviews and check it out. I think this episode was better than the second episode. And, I'm interested to see how it go. What I think about Lauren, I think she a good girl and she liked Tariq. But she may have some hidden side behind her too. We saw they ended up making Effie had some type of hidden side, so we'll see. Let's see. Monet wanted to kill those dummies for showing out on their phone, and they deserved it. Um, the way that people think today, as far as wanting to publicize every little thing they do, or everybody wants to look like they living their best life and stuff. When you in the illegal world, that's the last thing you do because it's you asking to go to jail. Like that's the dumbest thing ever. They not rappers. You say Louisiana boy, someone needs to influence Drew into following his dreams of art, while Diana should stay living on the right path instead of listening to Queen Pen Mama. You're right. He should be in Stansfield, pursuing his dreams. So we'll see. Let's see. Kane is definitely hot headed, like my boy Tommy. He a mixture. Kanan and Tommy put together. I ain't seen the Tommy part yet. I'm not doubting it, but the Kanan part, I definitely see the ruthlessness and how it don't mean nothing. Let's see. You think Tate's behind the scenes pulling the string in Tasha case? Nah, that wouldn't make any sense. I know IMDb doesn't update everything all the time, but he's not scheduled to be in the show anymore. I don't think it would benefit him to try to rig Tasha to stay in jail. So we'll see. Drew could do like Ghost did Breeze, get Monet out the way of Drew's future if he follows the way of art. Yeah, but that's his Drew Monet is his mama though, ain't it? Like you gonna kill your mom. Like that's crazy. Let's see, Tamika on Facebook. Whatever happened to Tate? All they had was for Tate to show up for the funeral, and that's it. That's all they had episodes listed for him. So I don't know. I mean, he probably pursuing other political, situations. So we'll see. Next episode, Tate explains why he gained weight. Tariq killed Ghost. Yeah, Tariq killed Ghost. Said Tate is literally in the next episode. That's why I say IMDb is not always accurate. I mean, I said that before I said that part. So, but, we'll see what happens with Tate. I really don't see a place for him in this series because he should be done with them. Why would he care what they got going on unless they trying to bring him as a witness? But other than that, he should be moving on with his life and not have nothing to do with them. So we'll see. Jay didn't watch the trailer for the next episode. Well, I can't watch the trailer if I'm making videos for everybody. So, I mean, I can sit back and watch the trailers and watch the show and not make videos like everybody else. But, then I wouldn't be able to talk about what I did, you know. So I can't do everything, y'all. I never said I know everything, could see everything, be in more than one place at once. But, you know, it is what it is. Monet is gonna get her sons killed, especially Drew. She should get the Mother of the Year award, right? Now I do believe that. I think that she is gonna get Drew killed, either her or Kane. Kane, yeah, Kane. I was about to say Kanan, but yeah, I can see that happening. Definitely. We said Ghost dead. They did a whole funeral. Zay, people is not trying to hear that. They don't want to believe it. And so we'll see, what happens. A lot of people got ghosts with Tupac and Elvis right now. So, the only thing they got in common is they are all ghosts. Let's see, Benny, Zeke is an airhead. How does he not know what's going on? Zeke is a pure airhead on this show. They got him like just a typical dumb jock. And instead of even trying to do his homework, he playing video games. Like, what make you think Tariq can do your work and he is at the same time writing multiple papers? Like, he your tutor, not I'm your duder. He just do every damn thing. So, yeah, that's crazy. I'm getting ready to wrap it up here in a couple more minutes, y'all. Get to some more of these comments. Ghost brother to be announced. Yeah, I saw it with Laz Alonso or whatever. We'll see what's up with that. Let's see. Did you notice the Monet said she from Queens like Ghost? So does she actually know Ghost? But just acting like she doesn't know. I mean, that's a good point. She probably is about the same age, but who knows? Queens is somewhat big compared to some other place densely populated. So who knows? Let's see. Zeke and Tariq will probably get into a fight. Well, I mean, Tariq ain't got no hands. Brains punched him in the stomach once, and he was down for the rest of the episode. And Zeke, I mean, if he can't beat Tariq, he damn sure don't deserve to be on the basketball team. I don't know what the fork he think he doing. You can't beat up Tariq. Let's see. Breeze probably came real father. Boy, everybody loved Breeze, man. The one character with the most love nobody ever saw. Let's see. You say that because both Ghosts and both they know Spanish. Who? Ghosts could be related to Monet because they both know Spanish. That's a good stretch. But Ghosts, according to the show, learned Spanish from Angie. Angie taught him Spanish. And so they said that in like season 1, episode 2 or 3, when she was at their first little dinner. So yeah, he didn't learn it from. I didn't learn it from Lorenzo. We learned it from Hanji. I teach you the language of love goes. That's how you know it, the pani. Let's see. Jabal, a lot of people still think Ghost is alive, bro. Now I can see why they call him Ghost. Ghost definitely lives up to his nickname now, that's for sure. Hey, man, he's a good character, but, it is what it is. That's how they wrote it. So, but you like that one, Benny? Let's see. Knowing Spanish in New York means you're connected. Okay, dude. No, man. Well, hey, you got to keep in mind, everybody ain't as familiar with, how big the city is and what's going on. Let me get to a next couple comments and then I'm getting ready to get out of here, y'all. So appreciate y'all for stopping through. Appreciate it. Let's see. Can you do one more Angela impression? I can do one more Hansi impression. You want me to do the Hansi? Okay, you thinking the ghost learning the Spanish from the Tejada? No, he learned it from me. I teach it the language of love. That from Hanji. Let's see. Biddy, right? Thank you. Never been to New York. Hey, one thing I noticed is that a lot of people, it's hard for them to think outside of themselves. And so sometimes, like, even I may do recaps of an episode or something. I seen this already. Everybody hasn't. Like, sometimes people don't get it. It's not always about you. So, everybody don't have the same shared experience. If that's the case, we wouldn't be listening and watching what other people had to say. So, I don't think people maybe do it on purpose, but they don't realize they do it, So I think that's what a lot of the problem with why the country is where it is too, is people ain't thinking of the other situation enough. But anyway, let's see. I love when you do the voices. That's what made me follow your channel. Well, I'm glad you like it. Okay, I'm going to have the Angie back, and I'm going to make it the Tahada. We're going to put it all of the business from Tariq. If it don't do the business right, it did. Let's see. Tasha got killed on that stand in the mock trial. Yeah, she did. She ain't know what to say. She was about to break down and cry. She thought that she was about to impress the jury with her little lace front. And they said, nope. All 12 jurors said she guilty. Man, the battery in my dang on mouse just died, y'all. Look at that. Now I got to use the trackpad on my laptop. I hate the trackpad, touchpad. Let's see. Man, somebody tell to put a hit on Sax and boom, problem solved. I said that in Power like season 5 or something. They should have been got rid of this damn dude. That's for real. Now it probably would look bad, but you had to get him like hit by a car or something. Drunk driving. After you hit him by the car, pull over, pour out a 40-ounce down his throat, and then pull off. Looked like he was drunk jogging, ran into traffic. That was the end of him. But yeah, you know how many people they had end up missing or dead that was supposed to be a witness. That's when I said that Tommy should have killed Sax. When he killed Maria, I remember now. When he killed Maria and he was in that closet and heard everything Sax was saying to her and trying to do, he should have walked out, killed both of them. But he let Sax leave, then walked out and killed Maria. No, Mr. Tommy, don't do it. No, I don't tell it no more, Mr. Tommy. No, don't do it. Hey, it's too late. You know what they say. They talking too much. Loose lips, sick ships. But he should have killed Sax and her right then and there and got rid of their ass. Show over. Anyway, we'll see. Dirty ball Sax will take the fall. He a screw up. Hey, for real. And it's crazy how you got this rich dude trying to put poor blacks in jail and black folks in jail. Like, he should be doing something else. But I mean, I don't know. Who am I to tell somebody what they should do for a living? But I think that's a weird career choice. Where he coming from, the position he coming from to be a prosecutor. I don't know. So, yeah, Nicole B, what's up, sis? I agree with you. They didn't let Sax live too many times. Shit, Tariq should have popped him. Tariq should have killed him when he talking about he saw Sax. But Tariq wanted to kill Ghost too, so Tariq wasn't gonna do nothing. It's just a big mess anyway. So, well, let's see. I'm gonna get this last one. LMAO agreed Tommy should have killed Sax on so many different occasions, but he was too quick to kill Proctor. Hey, Great point. He didn't waste no time to kill Proctor, and didn't even need to kill Proctor like that. But with Sax even came to his house, sending him all kind of stuff. Crazy. So, anyway, I appreciate you all. I hope y'all enjoyed my live first reaction recap for episode 3. I only watched it once, came on here, did the video. I'll make more videos with further breakdowns about the episode. I appreciate you all for watching, and I'm going to have to see y'all in the next video. With that being said, I'm out of here.